Hello everyone. Our today's topic is packaging of DNA double helix in eukaryotic cell. That means how the DNAs are found inside the nucleus of one eukaryotic cell. Okay? So always the DNAs are found wrapping around some positively charged protein called as the histone protein, and this way they form some rounded or beaded like structure in the chromosome which are known as the nucleosome. Okay guys, so our today's topic is all about the nucleosome. As you can see in the diagram, this is the structure of the nucleosome. Okay, so what is nucleosome? So nucleosome is a complex structure which is formed by some positively charged protein called as the histone protein and one double helical model of DNA or one DNA double helix. Okay, so now move to the next slide. Here see. So how the DNA double helix are found inside the nucleus, okay, which is called as the packaging of DNA double helix. So you must know that one eukaryotic cell contains how much DNA? Sorry, how much nitrogenous bases of DNA? Yes, one eukaryotic cell present in human being. How much nitrogenous bases are found in DNA? That is 6 billion bases are found or base pairs are found in the human genome. That means in one cell of eukaryotic animal, okay, which is diploid, which must be diploid. In haploid cell, the number of base pairs are only 3 billion, okay, that is half of the 6, okay. So haploid means half, diploid means double. In diploid means what? Diploid means when total number of chromosome number in human cell is 46 number, that is called diploid cell. When the chromosome number inside the cell is only 23, that is called haploid cell. Okay, in diploid cell, the number of nitrogenous base pair in DNA molecule is how much? 6 billion. Okay, 6 into 10 to the power 9 base pair, BP4 base pair. Okay, so we have in one cell 6 billion base pairs present. So now what is the length of that DNA molecule present inside the nucleus of one cell? So you can determine easily. Here see. Now how many base pairs present? That is 6 billion. Okay, so now 6 billion is multiplied by 0.30 nm per base pair. What does it mean? What does it mean? What is 0.34 nm? Yes, 0.34 nm is the distance between two base pair in the structure of the DNA molecule. Try to recall. Just try to recall the structure of double helical model of DNA. What is the distance between the two nitrogenous bases in the structure of DNA by Watson and Crick? Yes, that was 3.4 Armstrong. You can say that is 3.4. Okay, 3.4 Armstrong. Either you can say that is 0.34 nanometer. Both are same. Either 3.4 Armstrong or 0.34 nanometer per base pair. That means the distance between two base pair in one DNA molecule is 0.34 nanometer. Okay, so now what is the result? That is 2.04 is multiplied by 10 to the power 9 nanometer, which is 2 meter per cell. Okay, that is 2 meter per cell. That means the length of one DNA double helix is 2 meter, approximately 2 meter per cell in one cell, in one diploid cell. Okay, do you get my point? What is the length of DNA molecule in eukaryotic cell? First, we should know how many nitrogenous base pairs present in the diploid cell. Okay, how many nitrogenous bases of DNA present in the double helical model of DNA in one diploid cell? That is approximately 6 billion. Okay, the number of base pair, BP for base pair, the number of base pair in diploid cell is approximately 6 billion, and the number of base pair in haploid cell is 3 billion, that is half of the 6. Now, what is the length of the DNA present inside the diploid cell? So, if you know how many base pairs present in that DNA structure, you can easily determine the length of the DNA, because you already know the distance between two base pairs in the DNA structure, which is 0.34 nanometer, or you can say 3.4 Armstrong. Both are same. Remember, 3.4 Armstrong is equal to 0.30 nanometer nm. Okay, so now multiply both and the result is 2 meter per cell. That means the length of the DNA in one diploid cell is approximately 2 meter. Okay, so this long DNA, 2 meter means too much long. Yes, this long DNA is found in coiling structure inside the nucleus of the cell. But how these are found in coiling structure? Coiling means these are found in compact structure with some positively charged protein called as the histone protein. Okay, which finally form the nucleosome structure in the chromosome. Okay, so now move to the next slide. Here see, in eukaryotic cell or in eukaryotes, the DNA is arranged around a set of positively charged proteins called as the histone protein. Okay, so DNAs are too long, that means 2 meter per cell. That is why they must be present in some compact structure or in coiling structure, because you can see the diameter of nucleus is just 5 to 10 micrometer, very small, smaller than the length of the DNA molecule. Okay, so that is why, so these DNA structures are found in compact structure inside the nucleus in the chromosome, and they are found in the structure of nucleosome, which is our today's topic. Okay, the structure of nucleosome. So the DNA is found wrapping around some basic protein called histone protein. Remember, so DNAs are found in the chromosome and chromosomes are present inside the nucleus. Okay, so these DNAs are found wrapping. Wrapping means surrounding. Okay, wrapping. WRAPPING, wrapping. So these are found wrapping or surrounding some basic protein. Basic proteins called as histone protein. So what are these histone protein? So histone proteins are basic protein plus these are the positively charged protein. Okay, histone proteins are basic protein and these are positively charged protein. And what is the importance of histone protein? The important fact about the histone protein is the histone proteins are rich in 2 amino acid. Very important question for your final examination. So what are the 2 amino acid residues which are rich in the histone protein? And these are the lysine and arginine. Remember the second point, very important. Name the amino acid residue or name the amino acids which are rich in histone protein, and these are the lysine and arginine amino acid. Okay, remember? So DNAs are found wrapping around some basic protein called histone protein, and histone proteins are positively charged protein, and these are rich in lysine and arginine amino acid. These are rich in lysine and arginine amino acids. So how the how the DNAs are found wrapping that histone protein? How? Okay, so histone protein, there are four different types of histone protein in the middle part, in the core region of the nucleosome structure, okay, which are found in pairs. There are four histone proteins found in the core part, means center part of the structure of nucleosome, and they are found in pairs. In pairs, okay, in pairs means what? How many number? That means 8 number. That means these are organized to form a unit of 8 molecules which are known as the histone octamer. Octane means 8. So there are total number of 4 histone protein in the center of the nucleosome. I will show you in the diagram later. And they are found in pairs, and that is why the total number is 8. Okay. All are found, all these 4 are found in pairs, means double. That means the total number is 8, and that is why the center part is called as the histone octamer. 8 histone molecule or 8 histone protein. Okay. And the third number say the DNAs are negatively charged, okay, which are found wrapping around a positively charged histone octamer to form a structure called as the nucleosome. So what is nucleosome? Nucleosome is a structure which consists of the DNA molecule and 8 number of histone protein. Okay, that means in the center part there are total number of 8 histone protein present, but the types are only 4. Types 4 but number 8. That is why this is called histone octamer. Okay, so now move to the next slide. Now say one typical nucleosome contains 200 base pairs of DNA helix. One nucleosome contains how many base pair? BP for base pair. Okay, remember BP for base pair. Base pair means nitrogenous base pair in the DNA. So one nucleosome contains how many base pair of DNA? Approximately 200. It may be lower than 200. Okay, so approximately 200 base pairs of DNA helix present in one nucleosome. Remember, in the chromosome, inside the nucleus of the cell, in the chromosome, not only 1 or 2 or 3 nucleosomes present, but a large number of nucleosomes are found in the chromosome. Okay, and one nucleosome contains approximately 200 base pairs of DNA. Okay, fine. So next one, the nucleosome constitute the repeating unit of structure in nucleus called chromatin. Okay, so these nucleosomes constitute the repeating unit. That means repeating unit means what? There is not only one nucleosome in the chromosome, but there are a lot of nucleosomes present which constitute the repeating unit of structure known as the chromatin. Finally, all these large number of nucleosome form some structure, repeating structure called as the chromatin inside the nucleus. Okay. Now, the nucleosome in chromatin are seen as beaded on string. The nucleosome in chromatin are seen as beaded or beads on screen under electron microscope. Okay, under electron microscope. So now, what is the appearance of nucleosome in the chromosome or inside the nucleus? these are appeared as beaded structure or bead like structure. You know bead जो मुक्ता होता है ना उसको bead बोलता है. Okay, so the beaded or beads like structure in the chromosome. Okay, you can see this bead like structure only under electron microscope. Microscope, not by your naked eyes. Okay, so nucleosomes in chromatin are seen as beads on string structure under electron microscope. I will show you in the diagram later. Okay, just remember the terminologies. Okay, the nucleosome contains 200 base pair of DNA. The nucleosome constitute the repeating unit or repeating structure called as the chromatin in the nucleus. Okay, you know the chromatin network. What is chromatin network? The chromatin network means the long thread-like structure present inside the nucleus during the prophase. Okay, during not prophase, in prophase also this chromatin network present, but during the interphase of cell cycle. Interphase means which are called as the interphase. Which phases are included in the interphase of cell cycle? Which are? These are, yes, G1, S and G2 phase. Okay, so during the interphase of cell cycle, some long thread-like structures present inside the nucleus of one cell, which are called as the chromatin network. But when they move to the next phase during the cell division or in the cell cycle, then they appear as short and very thick structure known as the chromosome. That means simply the chromatin network and chromosomes are same. Okay, so all these nucleosomes are present in the chromosome, or you can say in the chromatin network. Both are same. Okay, so now move to the next one. The next one, see here in the diagram. So this is the nucleus. As you can see, this is the nucleus. Okay, so in the nucleus, this small this very thick and small structure inside the nucleus, these are called as the chromosome. So one diploid cell contains, in human, one diploid cell contains 46 number of chromosome. Okay, 23 pair, that means 46. And this is the chromosome here. Okay, this is the chromosome. Now see, in the chromosome all these are thread. Okay, all these are thread, and in this thread all these black dot structure, all these black dot structures are nucleosome. So this is the nucleosome which appear as black dots in the long thread, and this long thread is nothing but the chromatin thread means, finally which becomes very thicker. Okay, and dense to form this type of chromosome. Okay, but during the prophase time, during the interphase time, these are found as this long structure which are called as the chromatin network. Okay, so in the chromatin network, the small black beaded like structure or beads like structures are the nucleosome. And what is nucleosome? So nucleosome is a structure consist of or composed of the DNA helix and the histone protein. Okay, so this is the DNA. This is the DNA structure, because DNAs are found wrapping around this histone molecule or histone proteins like this one. All these black dots are nothing but this type of nucleosome under electron microscope. Okay, so now move to the next one. Here, see the structure of nucleosome. Now come to the structure of the nucleosome. So I have already told you that nucleosome consists of the histone protein and DNA. Okay, so how many histone proteins present in the core, means the center part of the nucleosome? Here see, this is this round ball. This round ball is the center part, also called as the core part. C-O-R-E, core part. Okay, so in this center part, how many how many histone proteins are found? How many different types of histone proteins are found in the core region? Yes, there are four types of histone proteins. These are H2A, H2B, H3 and H4. Remember how many histone proteins present inside the nucleosome structure or in the core part of nucleosome. These are H2A, H2B, H3 and H4. There are four types. But how many number? These are found in pairs. Pairs means double in number. That means you can see clearly in the second picture here. See how many H2A present? Yes, there are two. This one and this one. How many H2B present? Again two. These two. How many H3? Yes, 2. How many H4? 2. So, what is the total number of histone protein inside the nucleosome structure now? Yes, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes? How many? There are 8 histone proteins present in the nucleosome. And that is why this is called as histone octamer. Octamer means 8 molecule. Okay? Do you get my point? Yes, the nucleosome consists of the histone protein, which are basic protein and positively charged proteins. Okay? And DNA is always negatively charged. That is why they attract each other. One is positively charged, one is negatively charged. Okay? So now see in the structure which is the DNA double helix. Here, which one is the DNA? So this is the DNA. You can see the blue color. This is the double helical model of DNA or DNA double helix. Okay, so this is the long DNA which wraps around this histone octamer. Here also this is the DNA helix which wraps around the histone octamer, and the the two last part of this DNA strand are linked in another histone protein which is present outside the structure of nucleosome, and the name is H1. And the name is H1, histone 1. Remember, outside the structure of nucleosome where the two ends of DNA are joined or linked, that histone protein is called as the H1 histone. Okay, remember, very important. Remember the name of the histone protein present in the nucleosome. In the main part, only 4 types of histone proteins present: H2A, H2B, H3, H4, which are found in pairs. And outside the nucleosome, the another histone protein present, which is the H1. Okay, in the H1 only the two ends of the DNAs attached to it, or these are linked to the another histone protein outside the nucleosome. Okay, remember how many? This 4 and this one. Total 5 types. 1 outside, 4 inside. Okay, so now move to the next slide. Here see, these are the nucleosomes. This is one nucleosome. This is another nucleosome, and these two nucleosomes are joined by the short strand of DNA which is called as the linker DNA. Okay, so all these are only two, but not too many nucleosomes. Just like these two, many nucleosomes are present in the chromosome, which are appeared as beads on the string. Okay, and all these nucleosomes are attached to themselves or are linked together with the help of linker DNA. Okay, the linker DNA means that DNA which join two nucleosome in the chromosome. Okay, this way. Now move to the next one. Here see, here There are many nucleosomes in the chromosome structure. In this slide only there are 2, but in this slide there are many. This is one, this is one, this is one. Yes, so there are many nucleosome structure present in the chromosome or chromatin network. Okay, and this is found inside the nucleus of the cell. And all these all these orange or yellowish colors are the H1 histone protein. These are H1, and all the H2A, H2B, H3, H4, all these 4 different types of histone proteins are found in this core part. Core means the inner part, and the outer part of the nucleosome contains the another histone protein, that is this yellow part, which is called H1 histone protein. Okay, and all these are linker DNA. All this, can you see all the spiral structure which connect to nucleosome? These are called as the, all these are, wait, all these are, this one, this one, this one, this one, all these are spiral structures, are nothing but the linker DNA which link or which connect to nucleosome in the chromatin network or in the structure of chromosome. Okay, so now the next, here see. So now, what is the difference between euchromatin and heterochromatin? As you know, the chromatin network is nothing but the long thread like structure of the chromosome during the interphase of the cell cycle. Okay, now this chromatin network, the long thread called as the chromatin network, has 2 different parts. One is called as the euchromatin, one is called as the heterochromatin. So now what is the difference between euchromatin and heterochromatin? First you should know what is chromatin. Chromatin is the long thread like structure present inside the nucleus which finally becomes thicker and shorter and becomes the chromosome. Okay, now this long thread like structure called chromatin has 2 different parts. One is called the euchromatin and one is called as the heterochromatin. Okay, so now what is the difference between euchromatin and heterochromatin? So here see, in this structure, this is the structure of chromosome. Okay, where this dark bluish color part, all this dark blue color, all this dark blue color parts are called as the heterochromatin. All the dark bluish color in the diagram are called as the heterochromatin. Okay, here see, heterochromatins are more condensed. And what is the importance or significance of heterochromatin? Heterochromatin are darkly stained. If you see some dark color in the chromosome structure, dark colored area in the chromosome structure under microscope, that means these parts in the chromosome are called as the heterochromatin. Remember, the darkly stained means darkly colored. Okay, that is dark color than the other part which is lighter. So these dark regions in the chromosome are called as the heterochromatin. And in the heterochromatin, the DNAs are found in more condensed structure. Okay, so DNAs are more condensed in this heterochromatin structure of chromosome, more condensed. These are tightly packed in those areas. All the DNAs, all the nucleosomes are found in tightly packed in the heterochromatin region of chromosome. Okay, and the DNA which are found in the heterochromatin. The DNA which are found in the heterochromatin are transcriptionally inactive. Okay, that means they contain the silenced gene. Remember, the heterochromatin area are darkly stained, or these are stains darker, very dark region in the chromosome. Okay, and these regions contain the more condensed DNA structure, more compact DNA structure, and this DNA structure cannot produce any RNA and protein, which is called as the transcriptionally inactive. From this DNA, which are present in the heterochromatin region, they cannot produce any type of RNAs. That is why these are transcriptionally inactive DNA, or you can say gene. But what about the euchromatin? Now see in the diagram, all the light region in this chromosome structure, all this light bluish color region in this chromosome structure are called as the euchromatin. These are the euchromatin. And what is the importance of this euchromatin? The euchromatin are lightly stained. It has light color, and the DNA packaging are also very light, means okay, very light, not condensed, means they are found in some suppose distance from each other. These are not tightly packed. The DNAs are not tightly packed in those areas. That is why these areas appear as lighter in color than the heterochromatin region. Okay, so this light bluish color in the chromosome are called as the euchromatin. And what is the importance of this euchromatin? In euchromatin, the DNAs are always transcriptionally active. That means all the DNA present in the euchromatin, all the DNA present in the euchromatin are transcriptionally active. That means from the DNA different types of RNA can be formed, and from different types of RNA the different types of polypeptide or protein molecule can be formed in the cytoplasm of the cell. Okay, the DNA of heterochromatin are always silenced. Silenced means they cannot produce any type of RNA. Okay, that is why these are transcriptionally inactive, but the DNA present in euchromatin are transcriptionally active. They help in gene expression. That means all the DNA, all the genes help in gene expression. And gene expression means what? Gene expression means when the different types of RNAs are produced from DNA and different types of proteins are produced from this RNA, this whole process is called as the gene expression. Okay, so these are the difference between the euchromatin and heterochromatin. So euchromatin and heterochromatin are just the part of the chromatin network. So chromatin network means the structure of chromosome. Okay, so now for today, this is the structure of the nucleosome, which are this is the structure of nucleosome which are found inside the nucleus in the chromosome. Okay, so this is all for today, guys. Take care.